one of the refs says, no, this isn't working out.
Yeah.
Julia McClure is coming in, the freshman from Palm Harbor U.
Again, she's 3 of 4 on the season. Hasn't had a lot of opportunity.
One of the top scorers at Palm Harbor University. I take that back. That's not Julia McClure. It is...
Oh, it's Julia Ingram.
Ingram.
Right. And Ingram has only been to the line one time all season and missed it.
But I was correct in that she's from Palm Harbor U.
Yeah, you had the right you had the right school.
And I had the right first name.
Yes, Julia. But it's Ingram, not McClure.
Yes.
And I got caught looking at McClure's numbers, too. McClure was 3 of 4. That shot, no good.
And McClure and Ingram
got it back. And now a whistle on a foul. That's not a smart foul.
No.
Barbara Casino.
Bill Sullivan
was hustling.
Head in hand.
Yep, you were hustling. I mean, you can't fault the hustle, but when you're up by 9 with 33 seconds left, you want the clock to continue. Yeah,
but there's good hustle and bad hustle, though.
Yeah.
You can work hard, but you have to work smart.
So Griffin Dempsey to the line makes the first. She's now, after that free throw, 4 of 5 on the season. Not a lot of opportunity again. Here we see Faith Sanders coming back in to the lineup for Julia Ingram. That free throw no good. Tipped up. And
probably on Abney there over the back.
Tighter up over the top, I think, actually.
Not a bad idea to just let that kind of foul go.
33.1 seconds left, 62-54.
But who am I?
The men's teams are very anxious to take the floor, and if we're into a free throw shooting contest, it could take a while here, but certainly.
If it's a little bit closer, they might get really into the free throw contest, but
Ellen Ekdahl makes both.
And we've got a post-game entertainment a little early down at one end of the floor.
64-54. Spartans need to get something in a hurry here. Jeremy to the basket, lays it up and in. Jeremy now with 18 points, top scorer for the Spartans. Full court pressure. Can they steal the ball? Nope, whistle and a foul. Casino will go to the line to shoot 2. Her first free throw attempts of the day. But she is, as mentioned earlier, the best free throw shooter on the team at 96%, 25 out of 26 this year.
This is a really good Berry team.
Yeah. When we saw that Wednesday night when they beat a really good Rollins team.
So the only reason they're in 5th place, allegedly, in the standings is they have one less conference game played.
Right. Free throw good by Casino, and now...
This is Julia McClure in the lineup.
She heard her name. Her ears were burning.
Somebody wants me playing.
Yep. In for Karma Jeremy, who sits down with 18 points, 6 rebounds. Both free throws good by Casino.
Boy, they are 13 of 14 from the line today.
Casino with just 2 of 10 from the field today. And she, again, their leading scorer at almost 17 points a game. But not needed today, as Palmer was the difference.
Somebody needs to shoot. You just need to shoot here. Don't waste time.
Well, at this point, they're about out of time.
You used to shoot in these situations. I used to shoot in these situations.
That's because we were both gunners. To shoot. We were both gunners.
Well, but we were aware of what was going on.
Yeah, you can't really waste the clock. Casino in the backcourt. The ball is now stolen right here in front of us, knocked out of bounds by McClure. Berry ball with 2.4 left, and the Berry Buccaneers are going to run off the clock, and they'll head out of town winners here in Tampa. They're inbound. It goes to Granada. She'll dribble it out. There's the buzzer. And the Berry Buccaneers, who scored the first 11 points of this game, fell behind early in the second half and then went on a run to take their largest lead of 14 points late in the third. They hold on and win it 66-56. Again, 23 points, 13 rebounds for Palmer today to lead the way. 14 points for Anderson. She made a couple of three-pointers as well. And those were the 2 players in double figure scoring for the Berry Buccaneers. 18 points for Jeremy and 10 points and 6 rebounds, 4 assists for Rachel Warden, the 2 players in double figure scoring for the Tampa Spartans. So the Spartans fall to 8-2, 3-2 in conference play. Berry's now 7-2, 3-1 in the conference. Final thought?
Well, again, just like I said, you start slow in each half. and you just put yourself in a hole. They were able to climb back out of the hole in the first half and tie it at halftime. But then after scoring the first basket of the second half, they fell down by 13, eventually 14, and that was just too much, and got it to 4, I believe, at one point. But it was just too much to come back from.
It was indeed. So for Jack Ike, this is Scott Lynn inviting you to stick around because we will have the men's game coming up about a half hour from right now. So the men's teams will take the floor. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. Barry Buck's men's team are here, and the Spartans are on the other side. They'll come in momentarily, and then we'll have basketball a half hour from right now. For Jack, this is Scott. Again, the final, Barry 66, Tampa 56. You saw it all right here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
Wow. They suck at times.
tell them to wait if you're not ready. Media timeout, a real one. We we need a media timeout.
We do. We need a media timeout. Please. Scott's not ready.
We're not prepared. Do you need any of this? Sunshine State Conference things?
Sure,
I've highlighted anybody who's Tampa or Barry.
Okay. Yeah, we don't score much.
No.
They do.
Yep. But I would bet shots per game, or it might be similar. All right.
All righty.
All right. And welcome everybody to the Bob Martinez Convention Center, as this is University of Tampa men's basketball. Hi everybody, Jack Ike along with Scott Lynn as the Tampa Spartans, 4-4 on the season, 1-3 in the Sunshine State Conference, host the high-flying, high-scoring Barry Buccaneers, 6-1 on the season, 3-0 in the Sunshine State Conference. And Scott, we wondered if we needed our track shoes for this game, because this is a team that scores 96 points a game, 5 players averaging in double digits.
Yeah, the Barry Buccaneers are ranked 11th in the nation for a reason. They are very, very good. They do score the basketball, no question about it. 95.9 points per game, and their opponents score only 74.7. They're beating teams by 21 points a game on average. The Spartans, meantime, have averaged just 75 points a game at the offensive end. They are outscoring their opponents by 11.9 points, but this is going to be a track meet. Barry's not going to slow it down for the Spartans. They'll need to take care of the basketball, not very many turnovers, be efficient in scoring to have a chance against the Buccaneers today.
Starting lineups for today's game for the Tampa Spartans. Number 2, Duke Shelton, 6'8 senior from Ocala, Florida. Number 5, Freddie Ibrahim, a 6'3 junior from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Number 11 is Marcel Robinson, a 6'5 senior, from Montego Bay, Jamaica. Number 25, one of the top scorers in the conference, Pat Bacon, a 6-foot junior from Indianapolis. And number 34 in the middle is Nick Marajan, 7'1 junior from Serbia by way of a transfer from South Alabama. Spartans are coached by Richard Schmidt. Associate head coach is Justin Pekka. For the Barry Buccaneers, their starting lineup: the reigning Sunshine State Conference Player of the Year, number 10, Elvar Friedrichsen, a senior from Iceland, a transfer from Long Island University, Brooklyn. Number 11 is Johannes Dolvin. And we have our numbers mixed up here because we have Sawyer Glick as number 11 on one roster.
Yeah, Glick, well, I have him as 11 myself.
Dolvin we have as 24. Let's check and see. What do we have out there? Dolvin looks like he is going to be number 11, a 6'9 sophomore from Oslo, Norway. Number 21 is Theo Turner, a senior from Middlesbrough, England. Number 22 is Daniel Mortensen, a junior from Islev, Denmark. And number 25 is Sunday Deck, a 6'5 senior from Perth, Australia.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering if the stats monitor is incorrect in the names being entered, because I'm not sure that it's Sawyer Glick has started every game at number 11. So I think that's
just
Sawyer
have the wrong
Glick.
name in there.
The wrong name.
So we're going to go with Sawyer Glick as number 11, a junior from Columbus, Indiana. His brother Cooper Glick, also a junior from Columbus, Indiana.
Yeah, I think that's a stats monitor issue.
Spartans, Freddie Ibrahim with the ball as we are underway. Marajan for the Spartans has the ball, 7'1". Theo Turner, 7 feet tall. Spartans on the board as Ibrahim knocks down a 3. This is Friedrichsen bringing it across the timeline. The reigning Sunshine State Player of the Year, a preseason All-American pick, D2, and an honorable mention pick last year in the conference. Rebound, Marcel Robinson. Berry will get the ball up and down the court as fast as anybody in the country. Friedrichsen leading the team in scoring at 18.4 a game. Inside, Duke Shelton puts it in. Spartans off to a quick 5-0 lead. Spartans led in scoring by Pat Bacon, 23.1 a game, second in the Sunshine State Conference. Jumper on the way, Mortensen, good. Splashes a 3, and it's 5-3. Abraham across the timeline for the Spartans. Thank you for joining us. Sunshine State Digital Network and TampaSpartans.tv. Spartan fan, Berry fan. Rebound, Turner. Friedrichsen quickly up court. He's got a 3. Abraham playing good defense, but not enough, as Friedrichsen splashes a 3, and it's 6-5, and the 5-0 lead has come and gone. We have an official's timeout on the floor, and they're talking to Richard Schmidt. Marcel Robinson, I think, got hit in the nose going for the rebound there.
Yeah, it looks like there could be maybe a potential blood issue or something, but at the very least, he got bopped in the nose, and he's going to sit down for a moment.
Quick to get Mekhi Biffle into the game to replace him, and they are attending to Marcel Robinson's nose. Biffle, a guard, so the Spartans will run a 3-guard offense with 6'8 Shelton, 7'1 Mirajan in the middle. Abraham double-teamed to Biffle. Bacon, 23 points, will get about 20 of them from drives or free throws. Bacon backs it out. Shot clock to 7. Inside to Marajan. Turn around, fade away, short. Inside to Turner. He can go toe-to-toe, eye-to-eye with Marajan. Fade away. Rebound, Shelton. Notice the last 2 times down, the 2 big guys got it, held their ground, forced fadeaways from their opponent.
Yeah, indeed, and a nice rebound by Duke. He's the leading rebounder in the SSC, as you mentioned, I believe.
Double digits. He is a walking double-double most of the time. Biffle drives, fouled by Turner. Good drive, Mekhi Biffle, to force Turner to respond.
Well, I'm not sure if the stats monitor will be corrected anytime soon.
We're going with Glick, though, right, Sawyer?
It is. It's unquestionable.
No doubt about it.
Yeah,
okay.
in my mind, because I've called a few Berry games, and I'm almost positive that's Sawyer Glick.
Well, there's another guy on the bench who looks just like him.
Yeah, his brother, right? Cooper. In any case, he started every game, so I'm sure it's Sawyer.
But you did point it out to them, right?
I did, and hopefully maybe it'll be corrected at some point.
Ooh, Biffle misses both.
So that we're not confused.
Friedrichsen missing that one. Rebound inside to Mortensen. Kicked out. Deck missing. Tapped out of bounds by Ibrahim, and they say he tipped it off of Deck, and it will be Spartans' ball.
That was a nice play right there by Ibrahim, because he wasn't going to be able to corral the rebound, but he did knock it off the Berry player.
Bacon across the timeline. Deck guarding him. Biffle, little trouble with Glick guarding him. Marajan, bounce pass, give and go. Abraham lays it in, 7-6 Spartans.
Well, that was a pretty play, well executed.
You know, they said Marajan was a good passer, and they're leaving Shelton in the middle and having Marajan patrol outside for now. Maybe to take advantage of, keep him away from foul trouble, but also maybe inside to Turner, maybe to keep Turner away from the basket too.
Yeah. Well, pretty good defense at the start of that play for Tampa, but then the ball got knocked away.
There's a travel. Marajan looking for Biffle, but Glick made the move and forced him to eat the pass, and he kept moving without dribbling.
First turnover of the game for either team.
The potential downfall of having your aircraft carrier be your point guard.
Yeah.
Al McGuire never liked that. The aircraft carrier handling it too far away. He didn't want to have a point center. Glick, off the rim, no good. Abraham corrals the rebound.
Glick is the leading three-point shooter, maker, and attempter on this team. So you can see right now he's not shy about shooting.
Shelton missing the jumper. Rebound, Deck. Quickly to Friedrichsen. They love to get the ball up and down fast. Mortensen to Turner. Friedrichsen, fake, drives the lane, back out. Boy, they move the ball, ends up back with Friedrichsen, but he traveled.
Yeah, a little too unselfish there, but in the end, you could see that great ball movement, people movement. This is a Barry team that is just going to run and run. They have to be in tremendous physical condition.
This is the under 16 timeout. Barry 8, Tampa 7, 15:38 to go on the Sunshine State Digital Network.
Mr. Empanada. That's a new sponsor at the University of Tampa. The beauty of the empanada is its simplicity. Take any of your favorite foods and imagine them inside a pocket of homemade dough that's cooked perfectly until it's golden brown and piping hot. Their empanadas are a culinary treat. With 9 locations around the city, enjoy old Tampa flavor at Mr. Empanadas. The official chariot of the Spartans is Mart's First Class Coach. If you need to charter a bus, go online to www.martsfirstclass.com. That's Mart's, M-A-R-T-Z, First Class, all one word, .com. And Crown Plaza, that's where you can stay. Crown Plaza Hotels and Resorts, the place to meet.
Tampa averaging 75 points a game, but only 63.5 in conference play, while Barry averages 96 a game. They give up 74 a game. 21-point difference, as you pointed out, but the Spartans don't even get to what Barry gives up.
Yeah. This Barry team has, again, just one loss all year, 6-1. The only loss was to number 3 ranked Bellarmine, 75-69.
And you know who they beat in overtime this year?
Who was that?
Auburn.
Oh, that's right. Absolutely.
Auburn.
That's
in the
right.
exhibition game.
Exhibition game.
100-95 in OT.
Yeah, this is only their second game away from home all year. So obviously they've had some good home cooking, 5-1 at home, but they're 1-0 away from home.
Nice move, Marcel Robinson, and he rattles the shot home. Spartans lead 9-8.
They've scored over 103 times this year, Jack. 121 against St. Thomas.
You know, we keep seeing this, but you know what? They're only the second highest scoring team in the conference. Nova Southeastern averaging a cool 100 a game.
Wow.
Whoa. Oh, Biffle with a block. Almost saved it as well.
Nice defensive play by Mekhi Biffle. Very aware. Went and got it.
Inbound to Friedrichsen. He's going to drive on Abraham and lays it in. 10-9, the Buccaneers over the Spartans.
You see Evan Walsh in the game now as well for Barry Buccaneers right now.
Walsh is a sophomore from Tring, England. He replaces Turner, so they give up a couple inches, and Duke Shelton takes advantage of it down low and scores his first basket of the game. Actually, his second basket of the game, and it's 11-10. Friedrichsen waits behind a pick and just drains it deep, and Freddie Ibrahim throws up his arms like, what can I do when they set the pick and nobody helps?
The Stats Monitor has some problems today. We'll do the best we can in keeping you informed, but they have a player that's not even on the roster.
He is not here today.
He's not here, yeah. And they have him in the game right now, so he's that's not going to work.
So we should, well, now they took, no. 24. Well, 24 might be Dolvin in this case, but he's not even in the lineup, right?
24 is Dolvin.
They have him.
So maybe they're giving him that other number, and then they'll fix it after the game. But 11 is Glick, so we know. We're interpreting now. Okay. We know what's in it. We got it.
13-11, Barry on top. In the lineup is 15 as well, Marko Tomic.
From Serbia. Boy, they do have some international players here. 9
of their players are from Serbia. Nice job, Marcel Robinson being aggressive. Missed, got the rebound, put it back, it's tied.
9 from Serbia? No, 9 from all over the world. Right?
9 of their players from outside of the U.S.
Wow. Look at Fredrickson.
Fredrickson just having his way with the drive.
He's one of my favorite players to watch, and ever since he came in as a sophomore, I really enjoyed watching him play.
That's just his 10th point in 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, well, he can do that too, yeah.
Averaging just under 19.
Yeah, he had a career-high 37 against Embry-Riddle last year.
That's going to be a foul on Marko Tomic.
Ibrahim coming out at this point. Going to sit right down next to Coach
Alberto Moreno coming in for the Spartans. Speaking of international, he is from Gran Canaria. And I know they list Marcel Robinson as from Montego Bay, Jamaica, but prepped at Palm Beach, I believe it was, near Miami.
Yeah. Heritage High School.
Heritage High School?
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah.
Over and back, even though he might have been pushed into the backcourt.
Yeah, Richard Smith says he was kneed into the backcourt, for goodness sake.
Won't argue. 15-13, Barry on top. Here comes Fredrickson. And he's just looking to shoot, missing that one. Rebound to his teammate Glick. Give and go, layup doesn't fall. Rebound, Shelton. Bacon for the Spartans, hasn't scratched yet. Drives the lane, pops, short. And Fredrickson with the charge. Nice job, Alberto Moreno. He saw that one coming. He saw that Fredrickson had the ball, but didn't know where he was heading up court. So he just held his ground, took the charge. First on Fredrickson. That may be the only way to stop him.
Yeah. He's such a good ball handler, great court awareness, and then and he scores too. He's preseason All-American. You mentioned SSC Player of the Year. He was honorable mention All-America last year.
Yep. Led the SSC in assists. Not only does he score, he averaged about 8 assists a game last year.
And 7.7 tops this year.
Trying to go coast to coast. Moreno knocks it out of the hand, but there's a foul called. That's Evan Walsh. That'll be the first foul on Alberto Moreno.
Yeah, Tomic going to the line.
Butch Estes, the coach.
His 5th year at Barry. Took his first 4 teams to the NCAA tournament. He's got a really good thing going there. Of course, 2 years ago, they made it to the Elite 8 behind All-American Unio Barweta.
He was something else, too.
He was really good. He could really score. He was the SSC Player of the Year. Fredrickson, of course, this past SSC Player of the Year. Kind of had a monopoly on SSC Players of the Year.
But Shelton with the ball, lobs it inside, taken away though. Probably ill-advised to try to get it to Biffle.
And Tomic went high to get that one.
Runner, Fredrickson off the glass, ripped down Robinson.
Barry's only shooting 40%. That's one of the reasons the Spartans are still hanging around and within one possession game.
Spartans, on the other hand, 50%. Marcel Robinson ups it above that, and Marcel has kind of gotten back into the system here. He went dark for a while here, a couple games.
Yeah, 7 points already now, and he's tied the score at 16.
Pass inside. Oh, nice job. But Walsh missing the inside shot. 16 all. Biffle's going to drive. Pull-up jumper inside the arc. Hits it. Spartans lead 18-16. You know, right now they are not on their 95-point pace, but I did some checking. I'll bring this up after we get a stop. There's going to be one soon. Little hop step, tipped away, heading out of bounds. Saved by Robinson. Finds Biffle. Tries to go inside. It's kicked, and the Spartans will get the ball. And I thought I wrote it down somewhere, but anyway, Barry outscores opponents by about 30 points in the first half.
Wow.
They outscore opponents by about 160 so far this year. They have 160 more points in the second half than their opponents have in the second half. So
they're pretty good.
Hang with them, but then hold on to your seats.
Yeah, we got a long way to go in this one. We could still be in the upper regions, the upper atmosphere of offensive point totals. Hey, Tropical Smoothie Cafe's menu boasts bold, flavorful smoothies with a healthy appeal, all made to order from the freshest ingredients. Their toasted wraps, sandwiches, flatbreads, and bowls are made fresh with quality meats, cheeses, fresh produce, and flavorful sauces. Located downtown at 200 North Tampa, just around the corner from UT. And DP Dough delivers cheesy happiness on and around college campuses, including UT, for calzones, wings, and breadsticks. Order online at dpdough.com. They are open late. And let's give a big shout out to Dr. Selman and Gasser and Florida Orthopedic Institute and their sports medicine team for keeping our players safe and providing athletic training services and medical care to University of Tampa student athletes.
I found my sheet. They've outscored opponents by 37 points in the first half, 111 in the second half.
Yeah, so
you've played 7 games, outscored them by 111. What is that about? It's more than 10. It's about 15 points a half.
15 points a half.
In the half. You're outscoring them by 5 in the first half.
Yeah,
15 in the second half, which adds up. They're outscoring opponents by 21.
Yep, there it is.
So my public school education salvages that equation.
Their last game, by the way, they win 103-91 over Rollins. Rollins is tied with PBA and Barry for first place in the country.
Now in the lineup is number 3, David Moya.
Florida.
For Barry.
Yep, out of Plantation, Florida.
Robinson off the back of the rim, and I think maybe they're going to give a push to Biffle from behind. Marcel with a little dialogue with one of the refs. Recognize this ref has done a lot of our games over the last few years.
Oh, yeah.
It's been disappointing. They normally come up and high-five us, but this year they're shunning us.
They've heard the things we've said about them, I guess. By the way, in the standings, Nova Southeastern 3-0, Barry 3-0, Eckerd, Rollins, and St. Leo all 3-1. Tampa's 1-3 in conference play right now.
Also now in the lineup is Kyle Carey. This is Moya. Outside on the drive, that's Dolvin. Butch Estes not afraid to go to the bench. Long jumper and it's splashed by Sunday Deck. This time they're going to stop to fix the net, and it's 19-18. Barry regains the lead.
The only game that the Barry Buccaneers have played away from their home court was at Eckerd, and they won 93-89. Eckerd gave them a good go.
Well, you know as well as I do, Eckerd is capable of putting up a lot of points.
They are. I called a game earlier there this year. They scored over 110.
Oh, Spartans lucky Biffle got that ball back. Otherwise, it could have been a turnover.
Yeah, Cooper Glick's just shaking his head going, doggone it. I didn't see that coming.
Shelton up top. Nick Marijan did go out. No fouls, though, as Nick has been known to pick up a couple quick fouls. 3 on the shot clock, saved by Barry, turnover.
Yeah, Cooper Glick with a nice steal. Great anticipation there. Look how quickly they get the ball down.
Oh, a nice block by Bacon from behind.
Yeah, he didn't see that one coming either, did he?
Robinson up top. We're halfway through the first half. Bounce pass into Robinson, posting up, off the glass, and in. Nice job, Marcel.
Well, Marcel has come to play today. 9 quick points, 4 rebounds, and he's definitely very involved, very, very energetic, especially at the offensive end.
Into the backcourt. Moya. Bacon on him. Boy, he was going to take the three no matter what and missed it, even with the outstretched arms of Duke Shelton in front of him.
Wholesale changes. Next dead ball. Both teams have
changing lines.
2 or 3 players sitting at the table waiting to come in.
Alberto Moreno kicks it out to Marcel Robinson. Turns around, gives it up to Mekhi Biffle. Drives the lane. That'll be and it is a blocking foul and will be on.
I believe it's on Dolvin. Dolvin might have been inside the circle again. It was very, very close to being under the basket. Obviously, Butch Estes does not like the call that much, but
that's one of those that even if you get run over, if you're in that circle, you're going to get the foul.
Yeah.
They're saying it was active shooting. He's giving him 2 shots.
So far, the Berry Bucks have really done a good job paying attention to the conference's second leading scorer, Pat Bacon. He has no points, 0 for 2 from the field, 3 turnovers. Pat Bacon has been pretty much denied at both ends of the floor, and Pat's going to get a quick breather, as is Marcel Robinson.
Mortensen back in, Friedrichsen back in. And I believe that is Kyle Carey back in. Biffle this time hits them both, so he's 2 for 4 from the free throw line, has taken all the free throws for the Spartans so far. Up top, Friedrichsen, guarded by Alberto Moreno. The challenge for Alberto. Bounce pass inside, forcing a pass outside, but Friedrichsen kicks it out. Jumper off the back of the rim. Rebound, though, taken away by Mortensen. Drive, Friedrichsen on the runner, short. Rebound, fighting for it. Shelton finally gets it to Ibrahim. No numbers, but Alberto Moreno drives, a little Euro step up and can't spin it, but tapped up and in by
Anthony Gamble. Wow,
yes.
nice tip. Went right up and just tipped it hard into the basket.
Anthony Gamble just into the lineup for the Spartans.
Spartans' biggest lead. Equals the largest lead, I should say.
And a nice drive down the lane by Carey. 24-21, 7:20 to go first half. Not a lot of stoppages of play in this game. Ibrahim looked at a 3. Back to Gamble. He likes that shot. Won't fall, though.
Now, we've seen a lot of long rebounds at both ends. Both teams shooting 3-pointers like crazy.
Friedrichsen drives. He was not to be denied and got fouled eventually.
And we saw that in the women's game, where a lot of times the Tampa players would have good interior position, good blockout position, but they'd be right under the basket. And on those long 3-point shots, the rebounds are going to be long.
Yep.
And we've seen a couple of them now where Barry's been able to corral an offensive rebound thanks to a long ball off the iron.
24-21, 6:55 to go, I should say. Tampa leads Barry. This is TampaSpartans.tv.
Rebuilt meals. Whether you're a competitive athlete wanting to tone up or just love flavorful, healthy food, their meals are built to feed your body with the proper nutrients that'll fuel your active lifestyle. Enjoy fitness-inspired meal plans with Rebuilt Meals. Visit rebuiltmeals.com. Clean Eats is a new cafe located at 3838 Neptune Avenue, and it's open until 7 o'clock. Not a diet, it's a lifestyle, featuring healthy sandwiches, wraps, bowls, and smoothies. Clean Eats. And, hey, Courtyard by Marriott is simply refreshing, located at 3805 West Cypress in Tampa, an official host hotel of University of Tampa Athletics.
24-21, Tampa on top. Don't have exactly what Barry has done here. Score by half. No, it's fairly even on how much Barry scores in the first half to the second half. It's about a 5-point difference, so that would be 50 to 45,
something like that,
more or less. So just trying to figure out if they have a huge run in the second half. It sounds like they just clamped down more on D in the second half.
Yeah. Well, Tampa's in the lead because of their good shooting. You know, they're shooting 56% from the floor right now. They've hit a couple of threes, and they've held Barry to just 35% shooting. And yes, you give Tampa credit, but you also say, hey, Barry's actually, I think, forced a few shots. Maybe that's part of their game, that they just run up and down the floor and just launch and launch and launch. Maybe they don't even care what the field goal percentage is, because they're going to get a lot of shots. They're going to get a lot of points.
Fredrickson, in and out. I think our stat monitor has been
it has been
rebooted.
Rectified. Yes, I think we're in good shape. We see young Mr. Glick, Sawyer Glick, has shown up as number 11 now, so we're good to go.
Second free throw good. Fredrickson with 11.
Fredrickson, their best free throw shooter on the season at 88%, but he missed 1 of 2 there.
He has half their points at this point. Robinson double teamed in the backcourt, or I should say in the corner. Out to Marino. A little runner off the glass, won't fall. Rebound, Tomic. And they are not wasting any time, and Fredrickson hustles to the other end.
Yeah, they're going to say on the drive. They're going to put the ball out of bounds on the side. Boy, they do not wait. Barry just gets the ball and goes. And again, you think about the conditioning. They have to be in tremendous physical condition to keep running up and down the floor like this.
Pat Bacon back in for the Spartans for Alberto Moreno. 24-22 Spartans.
Moreno's second foul, by the way.
Fredrickson looking inside, comes out to Mortensen. 3 on the way off the glass. Falls into the hands of Pat Bacon. He's got a 1-on-3 and wisely pulls it up. Nick Marijan checked back in for Duke Shelton. Pass just away from him and taken away by Fredrickson.
Ibrahim thought he was going to turn the other way. They did not connect.
Skip pass to the corner. Deck, no good. Rebound, though, into the hands of Tomic. He goes back up to Carey. Inside, Deck knocked out of bounds, and it will be Barry's ball.
Nice block shot coming from the weak side, coming from behind. Marcel Robinson knocking it out of bounds.
Sawyer Glick in, Kyle Carey out.
And Duke Shelton comes back in. Gamble will sit down for Tampa.
Spartans as tall as they can be for the most part, with Marijan and Duke Shelton in. Glick with the shot, tipped around, saved by the Spartans. Nice drive, Pat Bacon, and he's on the board.
That was a dangerous save by Marijan.
Where do they tell you not to throw?
Don't throw it right back in under the basket, but it turned out there was nothing but Spartans right there. So that worked out well.
Fredrickson looking for a pick. Marijan, and you knew that was going to result in a foul because it always does.
Yeah, and he just did not get position. He tried to get over there and maybe take the charge, keep Fredrickson from driving to the basket. He just got there late, and that definitely was a foul, no question. He's had some games where he just, in fact, the game against Lynn, he fouled out in only 6 minutes of action. He's hung around and played a bit today.
Yes. Glick up top. He's going to pull the trigger. No good. Fighting for it. Taken away. Back out. They reset the clock.
Boy, Dolvin with a nice, strong offensive board that time.
Fredrickson off the glass rolls it in.
Nice shooter's touch.
Lead now 26-24 Tampa. 5 minutes to go in the half. Well, this is what you want if you're Tampa to have a shot at this game, is keep the scoring down. Can you keep? Nice shot from the outside by Bacon. Not often does he take one.
Yeah. Just his 6th make from downtown this season.
Oh, nice little pass inside to Mortensen for the layup.
Yeah, Fredrickson just drives down the lane, and then they are crashing the boards, and he knows right where his players are. He just a beautiful assist.
Bacon spinning a couple times. Bounce pass. Marcel Robinson tried to lay it in. Knocked away. Taken by Marcel, though.
That was the first assist of the game by Fredrickson. I guess he's been concentrating more on scoring. 13 points, 5 of 12 shooting. He's got 12 of the team's 30 attempts from the floor.
I think he's dished a couple times, but they haven't completed the process.
Yeah, right.
Marijan turns. Nice job by Nick Marijan that time for the Spartans.
Marijan's got that 7-1 frame and long arms, and he and Ibrahim were able to connect that time. Good entry pass.
31-26. Big lead for the Spartans is this, 5. Friedrichsen. Nice job by the Spartans, or the refs, I should say, to not fall for that. Pat Bacon has it knocked away. Mortensen got his hand in there and took it away from Pat Bacon. Inside to Glick. Dolvin off the glass, no good. Goes up again, blocked by Shelton. Friedrichsen off the glass, no good. Marijan rips it down.
I'll tell you what, Nikola Marijan is playing like a big man today. 7-1, he's getting in there at both ends of the floor. This is the best I've seen him play. I know he's had some.
They're allowing him to do it.
Yeah.
And I think one of the reasons is because Barry has a couple big men as well, and it's kind of they even each other out.
Yeah, Dolvin's 6'9", guarding him right now.
Bacon had that shot deflected. Oh, Shelton goes up for the dunk, rebounds his own dunk miss.
There's going to be a technical, I think.
Butch Estes scowl on his face, and I think the referee heard it. I'm not sure if they didn't like the fact that Duke Shelton grabbed the rim on the dunk and hung.
Yeah, they didn't like that. They thought that should not be allowed.
A little bit too excessive, maybe?
Yeah, or maybe that it also was, offensive basket interference, perhaps, because he's hanging on the rim. In any case, it works out for Tampa. They've got their largest lead of 7. And
now, maybe not a T, but
I think they had a bench warning, perhaps, of some sort. And but there's a timeout called, and the officials are going to gather a little bit and kind of talk among themselves. But that was a good effort by Duke Shelton, who had made a great block at the other end. He's the leading shot blocker on the Spartans team, and in fact was second in the SSC with 13 blocks coming in.
So we're at a timeout. It's maybe a media timeout anyway, the under 4 finally on TampaSpartans.tv. Tampa 33, Barry 26.
Another fine sponsor of UT Athletics is Jersey Mike's. At Jersey Mike's, they offer a sub above with the nearest location at 2121 West Kennedy in Tampa. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Clean Eats, I mentioned, is a new cafe located at 3838 Neptune Avenue. They're open until 7 o'clock. Call Pizza Hut if you want a pizza tonight in the Tampa area or UT. Around the campus, the number to call is 251-3399 to get your pizza delivered to UT today. And if you're thirsty and wash that pizza down, you should grab yourself a Pepsi, the official Spartan soft drink.
Anthony Gamble in, Marijan out. Good minutes from Nick Marijan there. Spartans going to show a little backcourt? Nope.
Yeah, Marijan's played 16 minutes today, which is in itself is a bonus.
Yes.
2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. I mean, the numbers aren't stellar. You know, you don't look at that and go, oh, wow, what an impact he's having. But he did have a good impact in helping his team get up by 7.
Definitely. Shelton with a rebound, number 7 of the game for Duke. Goes back out to Ibrahim. Directs a little traffic. 2:10 to go first half. Spartans 7-point lead. Bounce pass inside, ill-advised. Dolvin steals. Finds Friedrichsen. Mortensen launching a deep 3 and nothing but net.
Oh, that was a deep 3. That was from the Hillsborough River, I think.
Yes. He splashed it.
Yes, he did. He was the SSC Defensive Player of the Week last week. Had a 22-point, 11 rebound game against Palm Beach Atlantic. Yeah.
Shelton, Gamble, Robinson at the top of the key, looking for a pick, going to fire a 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound to the other end, Friedrichsen.
That was set up well. Marcel's like, hey, set a pick. And the whole time he was setting up his shot.
Yep. A little scramble for the ball, goes out of bounds. It will stay Barry's ball. Into the lineup is Makai Biffle for Tampa, and also is Tomic.
Deck will sit down and get a breather. Also,
number 1 coming in. We don't have, Sawyer Glick, 11.
Yeah.
No, Sawyer Glick goes out. Coming in is Evan Walsh.
Walsh is
who's still, there he is at the top of the score. Almost a steal by Pat Bacon, and it will stay Barry's ball. 1:22 to go, first half.
Well, you give the Spartans a lot of credit. I mean, here comes Barry in, ranked nationally, the only team in the SSC nationally ranked.
Walsh, off the rim, no good, tipped into the hands of Ibrahim. Got some numbers, kicks it out to Marcel, awkwardly twists, goes to the ground, he'll go to the line.
Again, good job of running the floor by Marcel.
He so desperately wants one of those flying dunks we used to see from Austin Rettig.
Oh, yeah. And he's certainly capable of that.
Yes.
Mortensen, the foul, his first. Marcel Robinson scored 14 points in 14 minutes against Lynn before fouling out. Again, had 3 steals as well. And you mentioned it seems like he's back in the flow.
Yes.
Seems like and that's really important to this Tampa team. Without Marcel, I mean, he's their best offensive player. Pat Bacon obviously scores a lot of the points. He's got the ball in his hands. But as far as a shooter and a big guy that can make things happen, Marcel Robinson is key to the success of this team.
Hits the first free throw. So he reaches double digits and now has 11. The lead is 6 with 1:10 to go in the half. Friedrichsen waiting for that shot, just waiting for the pick, but drives the lane anyway. Kicks it out, top of the key. Mortensen off the rim, rebound Shelton.
They're shooting under 28% from the floor now.
And they shoot about 55 for the season. Duke Shelton with a slam, and the Spartans lead by 8.
What a nice assist by Biffle.
But they're getting good. You know, they rely on the 3 a lot, so it's not like the Spartans are forcing them into bad threes or anything. It's a team that hits pretty well from 3.
Yeah. Largest lead for the Spartans.
Friedrichsen drives off the glass. Foul on Robinson.
The good news is that's just his first.
You know what? This is one of those games where you wish there doesn't have to be a halftime because it's going to probably affect the flow of the game.
Yeah, and you got to feel like Butch Estes is going to get his team's attention at halftime as well. Estes, we talked about, he's won 11 Conference Coach of the Year awards. He's been everywhere. He coached 9 years at Furman after 5 years at Presbyterian College, 4 years at Guilford, now in his 5th year at Barry. He's going, by the way, for his 100th win at Barry here today. He's 99-29.
Wow.
In his years at Barry.
Was brought up before the game, and it may not be a factor, is that Pat Bacon needs 23 points to get 1,000. He needs 18 at the moment now.
Got off to a slow start here today, but hit a couple shots back-to-back.
So if he gets his average, he'll get his 1,000.
Yeah. Made the free throws, and then a timeout is called here.
Timeout with a 37-31 Spartan lead. 25 seconds to go, first half. Sunshine State Digital Network.
The Campus Bookstore is a fine sponsor here of UT Athletics. The Barnes & Noble Campus Store has everything UT in one place, located in the Vaughn Center, first floor, open Monday through Saturday, or you shop online at utampa.bncollege.com. That's utampa.bn as in Barnes & Noble, college.com.
Scott, one thing you pointed out earlier, you take a 3. If you miss a 3, it's more than likely or potentially a long rebound. You look at the rebounds, Barry has 20. 11 of them are offensive rebounds.
Yeah, there you
More
go.
than half.
Right, interesting, yeah.
And it's not from lack of positioning by the Spartans. It's long rebounds.
Duke Shelton, by the way, 8 points, 8 rebounds here in this first half. He's very close to yet another double-double.
Pressure in the backcourt, and Shelton finds Biffle. They're looking to trap.
That timeout was just to set up this full-court pressure.
They break it to Ibrahim. One last possession for Tampa.
And they stay in the half-court trap as well.
Nice drive. Marcel Robinson's goal. They call it a charge.
And that's going to be the second foul on Robinson. He had the whole first half with no fouls, and now 2 fouls in the final minute of the first half. And boy,
looked like a glancing blow.
Richard Schmidt not happy with Marcel Robinson.
Probably they didn't have to shoot, so he probably wondered why we didn't run it down a little more, because now Barry has a chance to cut this lead. Cooper Glick inside. Shot does not go up before the end of the half, so Spartans dodge a bullet, but Richard Schmidt talking to Marcel Robinson as they exit stage left.
All right, well, good first half, though. All things considered, when you've held a team that's averaging 96 points a game to 31 That's a good thing. And when that team happens to be ranked 11th in the nation and is right there tied for the lead in the Sunshine State Conference, you got to feel pretty good about where you are right now. 20 more minutes of the same thing, the Spartans would take that for sure.
Quick recap of the scoring to this point. It is 37-31. Duke Shelton with 8 points and, as Scott said, 8 rebounds. Freddie Ibrahim with 5. Marcel Robinson, 11. Makai Biffle, 4. Pat Bacon, 5. Anthony Gamble, 2. And Nick Marijan with 2. Spartans are shooting 52%. 50% from three-point range. 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Friedrichsen with 15. He averages almost 19 a game. And we have neither one of the Glicks have scored. Mortensen has 8. Deck has 3. Carey 2. Tomic 1. Turner with 2 for the 31. 28% shooting, a team that shoots about 55% from the floor. They are 5 of 15 from 3 and are 4 of 6 from the line.
Well, and that's the thing. They're not going to shoot 28% in the second half. You know that. So you have to make sure that you, again, take care of the basketball, be as efficient as possible. The fact that you've shot 52% in the first half is a good thing for Tampa. But you know that Barry's not going to shoot 28% in the second half. You've got to still bring your A game. I think I give the Spartans about a B+ in that first half, but they're going to need an A+, I think, still to hang on and win this game.
A lot of basketball to go. We're going to step out, come back just before we start the second half. Jack and Scott right here on the Sunshine State Digital Network. 37-31, Tampa leads Barry at half.
The Sunshine State Conference gave us retweets or likes or whatever. Oh, good.
You got a bunch of retweets for the women's game, about 4 or 5.
All right. Snowing in Virginia.
Ooh.
My grandkids.
Yeah, that system was just working its way left to right and angling up north.
Oh, yeah.
So you got 4 likes and a bunch of retweets.
All right. I'm really popular.
I'm always amazed what one of my sports tweets gets responses from people.
Yeah.
Like here I did one, UW Green Bay men's basketball beat Purdue 69-53. This is 1991 in the finals of the Boilermaker Invitational Tournament. Only loss Purdue ever suffered in that tournament. UW Green Bay guard Tony Bennett was named MVP, and it must have gotten 20 responses, retweets or likes.
Yeah, cool.
It's like you attract this one audience, they tweet it out, and the rest of their audience grabs it. Getting ready for the second half of action. University of Tampa against the Berry Buccaneers. Sunshine State Conference men's basketball this afternoon. Tampa leading the number 11 Buccaneers 37-31 at halftime right here on the Spartans home court. Led at halftime by Marcel Robinson with 11 points. This is a Berry team that averages 96 points a game, and they have 31 at halftime.
And again, I go back to what I said right before the break, as we headed into the break, is you cannot not expect them to score 31 or shoot 28% in the second half. So you have to continue to play your very best defense. You have to be efficient on offense. Got to take care of the basketball if you want to beat this Buccaneer team.
They average 96. They shoot 53%. Scott Lynn, you're probably right. Don't expect to do what you did in the first half.
No, you got to just come out and play. And again, credit where it's due. Spartans played great defensively, worked very hard on offense, did a good job of getting rebounds. They out-rebounded them 24-20 in the first half. Berry, though, I think they missed a lot of shots, put up a lot of runners. I anticipate them shooting better percentage shots here in the second half.
Jack Ike, Scott Lynn with the play-by-play as we move on to the second half of action. Spartans in white, Berry with the ball in black. Sawyer Glick drives the lane, spins it around and off the glass and in.
That was Michael Jordan-like, spinning it off the glass on the duck under. Nice shot.
37-33. Both teams with the original starters. Spartans with Bacon, Ibrahim, Marcel Robinson, Shelton, and Marijan. Tipped away, but the foul is going to be called on Mortensen. And they have Mortensen, Turner, Fridrickson, and who else? They have Deck. And one more. Oh, Deck's coming out limping, replaced by Kyle Carey. And Sawyer Glick in the lineup. 37-33. Spartans by 4. Tampa inbounding under its basket. Finds Marcel Robinson. Bounces inside to Shelton. Top of the key. Oh, almost an errant pass. Spartans reset. Robinson went up for the shot, had to come back down, almost turned it over and did. Glick, deep water right into the hands of Marcel Robinson, fell short.
Both teams' number 11s had poor offensive shots the last two times down.
Bacon to Robinson. Marijan, who's done well up high, throws that away. Abraham rescues the Spartans. And a steal.
Nice steal by Mortensen.
Glick waits, dishes. Good D by the Spartans, and they get it back.
And why you throw a bounce pass to a 7-footer coming down the lane, I'll never figure out. What a pass.
Nice pass. Abraham Shelton won't fall, though. Wow.
And Freddie doesn't even get an assist on the best.
That's where you put an asterisk next to it.
Yeah, he should get one.
Oh, that is deep water. No good. Marijan with the board. We're off and running in the second half. We only have a basket to show for it.
Only 2 points so far in the first 2 minutes.
Robinson, can I solve that problem? Yes, with the 3.
He's been the offensive man for him tonight. 14 points now for Marcel.
2 of 4 from 3. 40-33, largest lead, equaling it.
They had an 8-point lead in the first, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You're right.
Late
48 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah.
Steal by Ibrahim. Drives the lane. Crashes into a player they're calling. Blocking. Ibrahim goes down. Just kind of looking to see if both players got up.
Yeah, they do. The old non-contact sport became a contact sport there for just a moment.
This is not what Dr. Naismith envisioned, I don't think.
No.
Flying above the rim. Of course, the original game literally with peach baskets.
Yeah.
And they actually had to have a guy with a ladder at each end to take the ball out of the aforementioned peach basket between.
And then they would jump
ball after every basket. It's changed somewhat.
It has changed a little, yes.
Dr. Naismith wanted something to do in the winter, and I think it was to replace football once they went inside in their PE program.
Tomich is in. Sawyer Glick sits down now for Berry. And again, they've equaled that largest lead and now have a chance to set a new.
They do.
Yep.
42-33. First 9-point lead of the game. Here comes Fredrickson, topping all scores with 15 right now. Bacon guarding him. Turner swings it to Carey. Carey wants to drive. Nice tip away. And Marajan playing a great game for the Spartans.
Got those long arms in the passing lane and makes the steal.
Bacon pulls up and hits. Spartans with a double-digit lead. Buchestis off the bench says, get up here to me and call a timeout, Mr. Fredrickson.
How about this?
And he takes it. Spartans 44, Berry 33, 17:04 left in the second half. You're watching this game on TampaSpartans.tv and the Sunshine State Digital Network.
Walters Press Box is Tampa's favorite place to watch the big game and party. The Press Box, located at 222 South Dale Mabry. Embassy Suites Downtown is a sponsor of UT Athletics. Right in the heart of downtown, just a few blocks from campus. Come stay in luxury at the Embassy Suites Downtown, 513 South Florida Avenue in Tampa. And Mastro Subaru is your trusted Tampa Subaru dealer, located at 6402 West Hillsborough Avenue. At Mastro Subaru, their reputation rides with you.
Been watching since Butch Estes called the timeout. He and his coaches have not gone into the huddle. They have all stayed away, and the players are just sitting.
Sitting, talking, probably.
I don't see any coach talking.
Yep. They're taking a moment. We see that a lot in the NBA where the coaches will come out and...
They don't take as long a timeout as the NBA, though. See, it's over. So he's going to step in and sit down. And is he going to sit down? Really, they're telling him get up.
Yeah, because the timeout is done. He's actually called David Moya into the game. That was the only thing he did. He gave a head nod and brought David Moya off the bench, number 3. He's come into the game, and I think replacing Mortensen. Interesting.
Now, we've been doing games for a few years now, and we have learned no lead is safe with the Tampa Spartans. We hate to say it, but no lead is safe.
And certainly when Barry's playing, and when that's your opponent, you know that the lead isn't safe.
Moya guarded by Moreno. Driving is Tomic. He's thwarted, comes back out, almost stolen by Bacon. 15 on the shot clock. Fredrickson. Pass to the corner, drive, Tomic. Knocked on the ground, fighting for the ball. Referee blows the whistle and calls a jump ball. Tampa ball.
And Duke Shelton, I think, got a hand in there and knocked that ball away initially. Good defense. This is as active the Spartans have been defensively this year that I can recall.
Easily. A little backcourt pressure, though. Bacon. Ibrahim. Bacon. Corner. Marajan. Shelton. Fighting for it. He's triple teamed. Finally just loses the ball. Controlled by Fredrickson.
Marajan had a really nice would-be assist right there. Found Shelton in transition.
Duke just got corralled by too many people. Marajan rips a board down.
Welcome to the party, Nikola Marajan. This is the best game he's had in a while.
The transfer from South Alabama. Marcel Robinson, nothing but net. Well, he did have some rim around there, but knocked it down.
How about this? 14-point lead 4 minutes into the second half. Did not see this coming.
Spartans are on a 10-0 run in the last 2 minutes.
Barry's turned it over 4 times in the last 3.5 minutes.
And a nice layup, nice pass inside to Turner. Or I take that back, Dolvin. Spartans beat the press by throwing to Pat Bacon, waiting at half court. That stops the 10-0 run, but still a 12-point lead. Bacon, fake, fouled on the way up, off the glass, and... Yes.
He counted it.
Basket is good.
Fredrickson, I believe, the foul. That'll be his second.
49-35, Bacon to the free throw line. Saw Pat hit, I believe it was 18 of 18 earlier this year. And that'll be the under 16 timeout with Tampa up by 14 points, 15:28 to go in the second half right here on the Sunshine State Digital Network.
At Firehouse Subs, their subs are made the firefighter way, served steaming hot and loaded with the finest fresh sliced meats and cheeses, located at 2617 West Kennedy Boulevard. Firehouse, founded by firemen. The Bay Harbor Hotel is located at 7700 West Courtney Campbell Causeway in Tampa. Offers a discount rate to all UT supporters and guests. The Bay Harbor Hotel on Courtney Campbell Causeway. And let's give it up to the Spartan team of physicians of Florida Orthopedic Institute, Florida's largest orthopedic group, and to Dr. Sullivan and Gasser and their sports medicine team for keeping our players active and safe on and off the field with their ortho urgent care just minutes away in South Tampa. Boy,
49-35.
Can you imagine around the conference right now what people are saying if they're watching this score?
You know what? The word is out. Go to the TampaSpartans.tv and catch this game.
That's right. I just love the fact that the Sunshine State Conference has the digital network now available. It's all free so that they can get a lot of exposure all around the country. You know, parents, and actually maybe even internationally here with Barry having the 9 international players. You have people watching on the stream from all over the world. And I think it's really good. I think it's a good thing for the conference. I think it gives them the exposure they need, and I think it's a very positive thing.
Mm-hmm. One of the best D2 conferences in the nation. Pat Bacon hits it, 15-point lead. Who'd have guessed if we said first to 50, the Spartans would get there and have some pad.
Yeah, if you knew the score is 50-35 with about 15 and a half minutes left in the game, who do you think would be on top if Barry and Tampa?
Dolvin muscling his way in on Marijan, but again, nice job by Nick to hold his ground. He did give up the bucket, but earlier in the season, he'd have fouled there. Spartans working the perimeter. Plenty of time. Robinson spins, misses the shot.
Yeah, he forced that one. Double pumped and put it up. Not his best shot of the day.
Dolvin rebounds off the glass and in, and he has picked up 6 points this half.
Dolvin averages about 12.5 points a game, leads this team at 73% shooting from the floor. So he doesn't go out far. He gets a lot of his stuff right at the rim.
Not a starter, but a double-digit scorer. Ibrahim off the glass and the rim. That's where the Spartans have to keep that intensity and not get a little sloppy.
And I think Richard Schmidt thought that was a little quick as far as shooting the three. He immediately called Makai Biffle off the bench and said, get him out.
Cooper Glick, and the lead is 8. And again, now this is the dangerous territory for the Spartans.
Cooper Glick, that's just his third made 3 of the season.
Now they're going to dare the Spartans to beat him from the outside. They've gone to zone. Marijan and Shelton double post-ups. Inside to Duke, and he lays it in.
Boy, and a great read by Freddie Ibrahim. He just zipped it in there from the top. Two-hand chest pass, just found a direct line.
Duke, 10 points, 8 boards now. Long 3, off the rim, into the hands of Bacon. Abraham guarded by Fredrickson. They've gone away from the man-to-man. Freddie, Shelton, up, fouled.
That was Pat Bacon with the drive, actually, and Bacon got him all the way to the rim, and they made that beautiful interior pass.
I knew that.
Yeah, I know. Hey, believe me, I've been there.
Believe what I mean, not what I say.
I know. Well, Pat Bacon has not had a huge offensive game as far as points scored today. I mean, he does have 10, but I am more impressed with the play he's made defensively, trying to defend Fredrickson and just taking care of the basketball.
First free throw, no good.
He had 3 early turnovers, and he has not had 1 since.
Richard Schmidt gave him some alone time.
Yeah.
Shortly after that. Shelton makes it an 11-point lead. Biffle in. Who will head for the bench? Marijan.
So they're losing some size here.
Hasn't been an issue.
No. But I do think that's been a really effective deal. The twin towers, if you will,
yes.
Duke Shelton and Marijan.
Friedrichsen drives and scores. So they go away from the big man inside, and Friedrichsen goes inside and scores.
He says there's a way for me to get to the basket now.
Biffle, the lead is 9 again. Biffle will take the 3. Bacon will not unless he needs to. Marcel, a lot of time on the shot clock, shoots anyway. And the rebound taken down by Tomic. Biffle tries for the steal. It goes out of bounds, and they say, I don't know.
Both officials looked at each other. They went to the third official across the court,
who's in the soccer field.
Yeah, and he managed to see it and says it'll be Barry ball.
I think it's probably, that was a good call.
It was the right call. It was the right call. But that ball, both officials were screened out. That was interesting. You don't see that often.
Cooper Glick's going to drive, puts up a lefty, and it rolls in. Lead is 7 for Tampa. 12 and a half minutes to go in the game. Lead was 6 at half. Spartans upped it to 14. Now 7. Zone defense by Barry. Looks like a 1-2-2 or a 1-3-1. Shelton looking around, goes inside. Turn around and in by Marcel Robinson. He has 19 on the day. About 7 or 8 points above his average. And there's a pick by Tomic. An illegal pick, and will send the ball to the other end, and an under 12 timeout with 11:59 to go. 55-46, Tampa by 9. 11:59 left in the game. Sunshine State Digital Network.
University Dining Services by Sodexo allows you to choose from 27 dining stations, serving breakfast, lunch, dinner, late night, and snacks. The official concessionaire of UT Athletics is Sodexo Campus Dining. Visit the UT website and check dining services for their variety and hours. Sailport Waterfront Suites in Tampa is Tampa's only all-waterfront, all-suite resort, located on beautiful Rocky Point Island, just minutes from UT. And the Outpost, located at the edge of campus on Kennedy. The Outpost offers an affordable classic menu. If you're a loyal Tampa Spartan fan, and I know you are, come post up at the Outpost.
11:59 left regulation. Spartans by 9. Marcel Robinson, Duke Shelton, both in double figures. Actually, Pat Bacon in double figures as well. That is 40 of the Spartans' 55 right there. So the game plan working out. We asked Justin Pekka earlier in the day, do we get the track shoes on? And he said, that's not our plan.
Yeah, got to win it with defense, try to hold them down. But Barry is still going to continue to try to force the ball, get as many possessions, as many shots up as possible. They're only down 9, 3-possession game. They shoot a lot of threes. They'll make a lot of threes. But interestingly, you see Sawyer Glick averaging almost 17 points a game with just 2 points in this game. His brother, Cooper, has 5 points.
Boy, they have extended the pressure out. And Spartans get away. 10 on the shot clock. Bacon off a pick. Looking. 4 on the shot clock. Ibrahim step back, fires. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Dolvin. Quickly to Friedrichsburg.
Yeah.
Friedrichsen, I should say.
He knew that he had to shoot. Freddie knew the shot clock was down to 3. He had to just launch that one.
Friedrichsen fouled by Pat Bacon. Kind of incidental contact, but looked like almost a severe neck injury if Friedrichsen got hit there.
Just the first foul on Bacon, however, and the first Spartan team foul of the half.
Ever since the soccer play, a steal by Robinson, gets it to Shelton. Your point center goes down and slams.
Whoa! He slams it home, and listen to the crowd.
Wow.
They were all excited about that one.
57-46.
Duke! My, oh my.
Dolvin, nice pass inside. Tomic lays it in. Careful on the pass. Marcel grabs it in the front court and fires. No good. And Makai Biffle trying to get it, doesn't. Friedrichsen, does he have numbers? It's a 2-on-3. And steal from behind by Ibrahim, and they're going to call a foul.
Well, Marcel shot that one with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Might have been a little quick. However, he was open. If the shot goes down, you're not complaining.
Yes.
So, and even Richard Schmidt didn't look too upset about that shot. you're feeling pretty good with Marcel the way he's played today. He was 7 of 14 overall and 3 of 6 from downtown when he took that shot.
Cooper Glick gets the inbound. Deck to drive on Biffle. Turning off the glass too hard. Fighting for it. Dolvin gets it. He goes up, misses it. Tip to Pat Bacon. He's got a 1-on-2. Friedrichsen almost with the steal, and this time Cooper Glick just blankets Pat Bacon.
That'll be pass interference, 1st and 10.
Now in the NFL, Spartans get the ball there.
Yeah.
In college, it's 10 yards from the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice job by Pat Bacon. He stayed with it. He got the pump fake and got him up in the air. I was a little concerned that they weren't going to get the whistle, but there was a lot of contact there, and now Pat goes to the line for 2.
Actually, it's 15 from the line of scrimmage, but
yeah.
Short.
Well,
free throws have not been nice. Not bad, though. 8 for 12 now.
Bacon is 83% shooter, best on the team. He's been to the line and made more than any other Tampa player.
That's his game. Get inside.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get a layup, get fouled, or make the layup and get fouled. 9-point Tampa lead.
Yeah, he's only been to the line. This is just his 3rd attempt of this game, his 95th of the season.
Oh, missed them both, though. That may be unprecedented. Moya outside, driving the lane. A little runner. That one goes for Deck.
Nice little teardrop from the baseline by Deck.
57-50.
Deck played last year at Metro State, averaged 13 points, 7 rebounds a game. This is his first year at Barry.
Zone defense, almost like a 1-1-4 or 2-3 or 2-3, I guess. 1-1-4 would be too many players.
Yeah, I was going to say there would be a technical foul somewhere in there.
Biffle with a shot. Oh, 1 second on the shot clock, and Makai Biffle drains it. It's a 10-point lead again.
Well, he was a 40% shooter from beyond the arc, and that one with the pressure on.
Mortensen finds Sawyer Glick. Bounces back to Mortensen. Moya, he eyes the 3 and nails it from about 24 feet.
That was interesting. They were pointing to Sawyer Glick, going, get it to Sawyer. Well, Sawyer only has 2 points, and Moya went, hey, I got this.
7-point lead again. Franz Pinard in the lineup for the Spartans now as well. His first opportunity for the day. Gets the ball. Bounce pass stolen, though. Pat Bacon tries to get it back, but taken away quickly. Sawyer Glick, Mortensen in the lane, back outside. Dolvin trying to post up Shelton. Well, he just works to back him down, and Duke just tips it away.
Barry passed up about 3 shots right there. You know, they moved that ball around so quick looking for the very best shot. I think sometimes they would be better maybe just to rise up and go ahead and shoot.
Franz Pinard and Pat Bacon out. Marcel Robinson, Alberto Moreno in for Tampa. Mortensen, 3. Side of the rim, no good. Tipped up in the air into the hands of Duke Shelton.
Mortensen wide open. He's about a 50% shooter from beyond the arc with some volume. So that's a big miss right there. That was a good look, and it would have brought him back within 4.
8:18 to go in the game. Back out to Marcel Robinson. Fade away inside the arc. Tipped, heading our way. And Alberto Moreno recovers. It's not over and back. Dishes Duke Shelton, and he dunks.
I think the second dunk of the game, this one a little less dramatic than the first one, and Duke may have twisted an ankle, his right ankle, when he came down. He's kind of limping around a little bit. But there's timeout called in the meantime.
I think Butch Estes helps Duke get a little R&R there before we come back.
That's a good thing.
Tampa, 62. Barry, 53. 7:58 left on the Sunshine State Digital Network.
Duke definitely limping a little bit as he heads to the bench right there. Came down awkwardly Didn't have a good, clean look at the dunk, but he managed to throw it down anyway, and that's a 9-point lead. Now, Buffalo Wild Wings, they say that it's not whether you win or lose, it's where you celebrate the game. And I think that's true in many cases, especially if the Spartans win. It would be where you celebrate. Buffalo Wild Wings, 1625 East 7th Avenue in Ybor City. Happy to welcome UT fans after the game. Krispy Kreme has been serving delicious donuts and coffee for generations. Visit the nearest Krispy Kreme on West Kennedy. Krispy Kreme serving hot donuts right now. And DoubleTree by Hilton, Tampa Airport, West Shore. Book a beautiful room or suite at their newly renovated Tampa DoubleTree Hotel on Cypress, just minutes from UT.
9-point lead. It was a 6-point halftime lead, 37-31. It's now 9. It was 14.
Yeah, both teams shooting well this half. The Spartans 56% and the Buccaneers are 59%.
Which is a little bit more than the Buccaneers normally shoot, but the Spartans have increased the lead.
Again, the Spartans still hold a rebounding advantage. Pretty close, though, 31-28 right now. The interesting thing here is, baskets, we've seen some great passing, ball movement, people movement, and yet only 7 assists total for the Berry Buccaneers right now. Tampa has 14 of their 24 baskets. So it's interesting that the Buccaneers, despite all of their good ball movement and people movement, have only the 7 assists.
And they're 2 of 7 from beyond the arc in this half. They're 10 of 17 for the half. They're 8 of 10 inside the arc this half. But they shoot deep again. And Biffle rebounds.
Well, you keep expecting Berry to knock down a shot or make a run, get on a little bit of something going, and that just hasn't happened. Credit to the Spartans. They're doing a nice job of defense.
Well, not only have the Spartans thwarted any Berry run, the Spartans have had some good shooting on their end, too. Moreno, Biffle, 5 on the shot clock. He's shooting, missing. Rebound Mortensen.
Mortensen, 6'8", 235, got some length to him. I know he's a shooter. He likes to go out there and shoot that three-point shot, but he does a nice job at the defensive end on rebound.
Marajan almost tipping it away. In the corner, Glick hits over the outstretched arms of Nick Marajan.
Well, that's the one thing you just don't want to see. You don't want to see Sawyer Glick get hot if you're a Tampa fan. He was 1 for 6 overall and had missed his first 2 3-pointers. Don't get him going.
Down to 6.
Obviously, if you're watching and you're a Berry fan, you want to see him going, right?
Marcel Robinson, no good. Other end of the floor we go. Looking for Deck. That's Sawyer Glick. Thought about it. He made the last one. To the corner. Deck. Glick, top of the key.
Marino, good closeout defense there.
Nice drive. Nice layup for Sunday Deck.
How did he throw that down?
I don't know.
Kind of about a 4-foot dunk. 4-foot jumper dunk shot on the run.
It is 4-point lead now.
Yeah, with 6 minutes left, critical time for the Spartans.
Berry can close fast. Moreno, Robinson, deep water, and he rims it through. Woo!
Marcel with 22 points in 21 minutes. That's efficient. His season high, 23 against Kaiser. He made 5 of 10 from downtown in that game. He's 4 of 9 right now.
Mortensen way deep. Glick. And he responds, so he's found his spot now.
Yeah.
Actually, not his spot. He's found his range.
Yeah, he's not going to be held to 2 points for the game.
He now has 8. They stay with the zone. High post is Marajan.
Nobody below the free throw line right now for Tampa.
No, Marajan finally goes low. Biffle on the way. Looks good from here, and it is.
Wow, beautiful shot by Biffle.
Mackay Biffle knocks it down. Stoppage of play for substitutes.
Well, the net had been...
I was going to say, you can't stop play just because the net was up. That's happened on that end of the court all day long since last week.
Yeah, and the women's game, we saw that 4 or 5 times. The net was... it must be a loose net.
Yeah.
Well, that was a big shot by Biffle.
It was. Biffle's knocked 2 3-pointers down. Almost a steal. Sawyer Glick.
Barry's made 5 of its last 7, including 3 in a row.
Mortensen inside, layup and in by Tomic.
Yeah, the stops aren't coming right now defensively. So if Tampa's not going to make stops at this end, they have to keep scoring at the offensive end. 4.5
Back to 5.
They've gone to man now.
Freddie Ibrahim directing a little traffic. 10 on the shot clock. Biffle has a room, drives off the glass, fouled on the way in.
Yeah, Tomic is going to be called for the foul.
Nobody on either team in too much foul trouble.
I think Tomic just picked up his 4th. We've got Tomic with 4 now. Mortensen has 3. And for Tampa, nobody with 3. So they're Spartans are in pretty good shape. And again, the interesting thing here, the Buccaneers are, even though this is a 2-shot foul, they have 17 fouls now. So the Spartans are in the bonus while Tampa has only 2 fouls called on them this half. So they've still got a lot of time with only 4 minutes and 12 seconds left. You might not see Barry get into the bonus.
Biffle knocks down both free throws for the Spartans. What do you have on field goal percentage for Biffle this season?
Biffle on the season. Oh, hang on. I can tell you that.
Because I'm doubting what I'm seeing on my stat sheet that I printed out.
Well, just 30%.
All right, I had 38.5.
Yeah, 30%, 12 of 40. You might have the conference numbers there, possibly.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But in any case, he's 12 of 40 from the floor coming in. So
No, I meant free throws.
Oh, sorry, free throws.
He hit both there.
Yeah. Biffle, we had him at 38.5%.
Yeah,
you were right.
Okay, I'm right.
Yep.
Friedrichsen drops home the shot, and it's back to a 5-point game. Under 4 minutes to go. Next dead ball, there will be a stoppage of play.
Friedrichsen with 19 points now. Tops for the Buccaneers. The only Buccaneer in double-figure scoring.
A team that has 5 that average in double figures. Bounce pass inside to Marigiani. Deals to Shelton. Lays it up. No good. Rebound Mortensen.
Just a little too hard, and it looked like maybe Duke was still a little tender on that foot, perhaps. He didn't go up strong.
Deck shields Robinson. Catches his own pass. It's a travel or a foul. They opt for travel.
Yeah.
But what he did.
And it's interesting that you see the coach, Butch Estes, kind of a facetious call to the officials, like, hey, that's a really good call there, really good call. But that was the right call. The ball was, it was touched momentarily, but I think that he did have possession and then still came back and caught his own shot. So, in any case,
Robinson walks over and goes, just kind of touched him, and he just like thrusts his head back. Like it was a car accident.
It's an interesting game we got going here. Barry's made its last 5 shots from the floor. So, again, it's not like the Spartans are stopping them at this end.
Right.
They have to keep scoring. And let's give Makai Biffle just tons of credit here. With 12 points in this game, 3 of 4 from the floor, 2 of 3 from downtown. Biffle, his season high is 15 against North Alabama. He had 22 points in a game last year in his freshman season. But Makai Biffle has been the difference as far as at the offensive end here in the second half.
And what we saw was a 38.5% free throw shooter is 4 of 6 in this game.
Yeah. That'll get that average back up.
Maybe not a great body of work to get 38.5%, but still. It will be Tampa's ball.
Yeah, 5 of 13, so it's not like big numbers. So again, with your 4 of 6 here, now you're suddenly 9 of 19. You're closer to 50%.
And Biffle will inbounds with some pressure from the Buccaneers.
Expect the Buccaneers to pressure. They'll even probably go to half-court trapping.
There's how you break it. But they put the pressure on.
And they're going to continue to trap. They're going to double team at every opportunity.
Freddie Ibrahim.
They're in a man.
Handling the ball, 15 on the shot clock. Big possession with about 3 minutes to go in the game. 7 on the shot clock. Bacon outside, spins, drives the lane, lays it in.
Great move, went to the left hand because the defender was coming on the right side and he could sense his presence. That was a very smart play by Bacon.
72-65 under 3. Mortensen, top of the key, launches and hits.
Boy, catch and shoot 3. That was nice.
They're 4 for 10 this half, 9 for 25 for the game. They shoot about 45% on the season. Lead down to 4. You get a great move from Pat Bacon, then the other team scores, and it's a 4-point lead. Bacon in the lane, puts up a little runner and hits.
Pat Bacon now trying to take over this game. The junior guard out of Indianapolis with a big shot there. It's still a 2-possession game with 2:10 to go.
Driving the lane, Friedrichsen rejected, or at least guided away. Pass outlet, Biffle drives the lane, lays it up and in, is fouled.
Biffle took some exception to the hard foul. He came up looking like he wanted to say something.
He's looking around, and now they're talking.
And a T on.
You can't do that.
No, and I think it's a T on Biffle.
Yeah, it is.
And there might be a T also here on deck. We'll see, but Biffle took exception to the hard foul. Got up talking. They kind of squared off at each other, not as far as fighting, but just verbally talking to each other. Sunday Deck and Mackay Biffle. And we'll see if they call like a T on each team.
It looked like Deck said something to Mackay, and he responded both of them right in front of the refs. But boy, in a game like this, you got to walk away from that.
So
now Biffle was fouled. So Biffle will be shooting a free throw and got the basket. I tried to flag down a ref, but they totally ignored me last game.
Yeah. So Deck will sit down with the foul. There were technicals. I think it might be offsetting technicals here. I'm not positive.
Does that mean no shooting?
No shooting. I think that's where we're at here. Technical on Biffle. And I think there's one on
Deck?
On Deck as well. There it is, yep. Technical on Deck, technical on Biffle. Both for talking. They offset. And
missed the free throw. Tipped away by Marcel. Does he save it? Yes.
Great hustle play. With under 2 minutes to play, that might be turn out to be a really big play. Marcel Robinson, that doesn't really show up in the box score at all. That's a stat that, it's a recovery, if you will, but that's a save, and it might just save the game.
It will put Pat Bacon on the line. He has come up strong in the second half.
I don't think a lot of people thought the Spartans would be able to knock off the number 11 team here today.
We haven't had a dagger yet, though.
No, it's not over yet. And the one thing I can say with assurance is that Barry's not going to get its season average in points unless we head to overtime. 2
overtimes.
It may be, yeah. Big free throw right there. Makes it a 9-point game.
Ibrahim, Bacon, Shelton, Robinson, Biffle in the lineup. Friedrichsen quickly down court. Looks for Sawyer Glick. Long three. Fouled by Ibrahim on the 3.
And Richard Schmidt puts his head back, puts his hands over his eyes, and just says, I can't believe it. Again,
those are ones that are, it's commission instead of omission, but do you really want to foul a guy's forcing a 3?
And he gets 3 free throws as a result.
Yep, and I imagine he's a good free throw shooter.
Well, not a lot of free throw attempts because he's been a primary 3-point shooter. He's only been to the line 5 times all year. Okay. 4 of 5 from the line. But again, we talk about it. You have to know the situation. You don't need to get the block shot there. You just need to play good, tough defense. If they make the shot, fine. You still got the 6-point lead. But the clock is running.
Yeah.
Right now, the clock is stopped. They have a chance to get 3 points, set up their defense. That was not a wise foul.
Fadeaway forced 3.
Yep.
Yeah. More than likely, you're going to get the board.
Sawyer Glick to shoot 3.
Hits that one.
Wasn't long ago he had only 2 points. Suddenly he's got 9. Looking at double figures right here.
Knocked 2 of 2 down. Lead is 7. That 6 is kind of that magic number where you're like, ugh.
Yeah, that's a 2-possession game, and the way they shoot threes, that could happen in 2 quick trips down the floor.
And he knocked all 3 down.
And here comes the pressure defense. They're going to send Moya in. They'll pick up full court. Important that the Spartans get the ball in and get it up across the timeline.
Shelton will inbound, finds Pat Bacon.
There's a triple team in the backcourt.
Yes. Ibrahim. Biffle. No shot necessary. Biffle. Ibrahim. Trying to play keep away. Marcel Robinson does play keep away. 10 on the shot clock. Don't lose it. Tipped. That's okay. The clock keeps running though. Ibrahim, does he notice? Biffle for three. And he knocks it down with 2 seconds on the shot clock.
In fact, as it went through the net, it was 1 second on the clock. Makai Biffle, a huge three-pointer.
Drive by Cooper Glick, rebounded by Shelton. The lead is 9 and a foul, and it will send Pat Bacon to the line.
Well, it's interesting. We saw Moya run right up and grab Duke Shelton around the waist. I think it's a hack of Duke. I think that might be what we're looking at here. I'm not sure.
So Shelton will go to the line.
I think it is.
Yes, it is. Duke Shelton this year, 63% from the line.
How about Makai Biffle tonight? 17 points. Season high.
25 minutes of play.
And he's really been a difference maker. Played some good defense, but also has come up so big in this second half. Offensively. 3 out of 4 from downtown. Spartans 9 out of 18, offsetting the 10 of 26 for these other guys.
10-point lead, 1:04 to go. Not often is a free throw a dagger, but that might have been it. Sawyer Glick from deep water, right in front of his coach.
Yeah, and a quick timeout by Coach Estes to try to set up some defense. Well, interesting this time, Richard Schmidt's not happy because
nobody was guarding.
Yeah, Freddie Ibrahim wasn't close enough to guarding him. You don't want him to foul, but you don't want him to be open either. So it's kind of a catch-22. You got to just kind of do the best you can out there. But 7-point game with under a minute to play. Not over yet, but the Spartans are certainly knocking on the door of a big upset win here at home.
Well, now you got to figure out who should hold on to the ball, who should get the passes, who do you want to have holding on to it when they're coming to foul you.
We mentioned Duke Shelton averaging a double-double this year, 12.6 points, 13.3 boards. This is his 6th double-double this season and his 27th career double-double here today. 22 points. Check that, 16 points and 11 rebounds for Duke Shelton.
I tell you, all year watching this team, I said this could be a good team, and they hadn't shown it. This is the kind of team I thought Tampa was going to have this year.
Well, they got experience. Let's see if they can get the ball in here. That's key.
They get it to Biffle. Finds Ibrahim. They break the press. Now they can run some clock. Biffle. Friedrichsen fouls him, just slaps away.
Biffle did such a great job right there. He faked a pass into the middle of the floor and then jumped up and threw a jump pass to a player up right straight up the court on the right side. Actually, he got a pretty hard hit right there by Friedrichsen.
Hacked him a couple times.
Hacked him on the back, and Biffle grabs his shoulder, now goes to the line and says, well, heck with it. I'll just make the free throws then.
Big free throw there.
As we said, a season-high total for Biffle, and much of it here in the second half.
19 points for Makai Biffle. Off the bench. Here comes Friedrichsen. 45 seconds to go in the game. Finds Glick. Glick's going to launch from deep. Rattles. Oh, boy.
He's something.
In, out, and in.
Yeah, he is a shooter. He can really shoot that basketball. And
a quick timeout. Is it Columbus, Indiana?
Yeah.
You grow up shooting threes in Indiana.
Right. So
Indiana basketball.
Here today, he's now 4 for 6 from downtown, which means on the year he's 32 of 72, shooting about 45% or so from downtown.
And all of a sudden he has 17.
Yeah, he had 2 not long ago. Still 40 seconds left, and it's a 2-possession game. So, again, you have to take care of the ball. You got to get it inbounds. You got to make your free throws. There's still a lot of work to be done in 40 seconds. But how about Tampa shooting 56% from the field for the game, 60% this half?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
6 of 12 from 3 this half, 9 of 18 for the game.
And, and it's not like Barry has been, burnt toast here in the second half.
No.
64% shooting from their perspective and 7 of 13 from downtown. They've made 12 threes.
Interestingly, I brought it up in the first half that Barry scores 96, gives up 75, and I said, Spartans don't even average 75 in conference play. How's this going to work? Well, the Spartans have now exceeded what Barry gives up.
Yeah.
It's been a 46-point half for the Spartans. Both teams with 46 points this half. Shelton to inbound. Looking, lost it, stolen. To the corner, Glick, a three on the way. Off the rim and in! It's a 3-point game with 35 seconds.
And Bacon is fouled, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. The
Spartans went for the home run, and it was stolen. You need the free throws now. Freddie Ibrahim holding his hand. I believe that pass was intended for him, and it was stolen by Mortensen.
He's in some pain, isn't he?
And like he jammed his fingers.
Yeah. But he's not going to ask out, that's for sure. Not right now. He's a gamer. And it's his right hand, his shooting hand, his dribbling hand.
So Bacon struggled from the line today. Needs to show that that's an anomaly.
He rolled it in, got the front of the iron, then the back of the iron.
Short. 30 seconds to go. A 4-point game. Quickly down court. Ball into the hand of Friedrichsen. Drives the lane, lays it in. It's a 2-point game. Biffle to try to inbound. Gets it into Ibrahim. He's racing up court and caught from behind by Deck. And it will send Ibrahim to the line. Freddie on the season about 71% from the line.
Yeah, and again, you just mentioned his right hand is hurting. So let's see if he can knock down 2 clutch free throws and make it a 2-possession game. Give Barry credit. They have not quit.
No.
And you didn't expect them to.
Net. The biggest one makes it at least they have to put up a 3. Of course, they probably were anyway.
This is a big one. Make it a 2-possession game.
Just don't foul a 3-point shooter. Second one by Freddie. Knocks them both down. 86-82. Richard Schmidt wants a timeout.
If his hand was hurting, it didn't hurt anymore. No. He knocked down both of those and hit his hands together, clapped, and didn't even wince. He didn't feel any pain there. He's good.
86-82. Tampa on top. 23.6 seconds to go. Marcel Robinson leading all scorers. I shouldn't say that. He's leading Tampa scores at 22. Friedrichsen has worked his way into the game scoring lead with 24. Shelton with 16. Biffle with 19. Bacon with 16. 4 Spartans in double digits.
Friedrichsen's season high is 25 against Eckerd College. Career high 37. He just would like to have another opportunity here to get a 3 or 4 point shot in. Not over yet. I mean, really, it's been something. With 1:53 left, Tampa was up 9, and it has been holding on by the skin of their teeth ever since. And, frankly, 23.6. I'm glad from a Tampa perspective it's not 1:23 left. You got to. I don't think they'll go for a 3 necessarily right away. I think they'll take it strong to the basket.
Not with this. Yeah. Not with the 2-point. You don't have to anyway.
Yeah, and they've been so good. Tampa will be concerned about fouling, not wanting to foul and give them a 3-point chance.
They do want to get the shot quickly so that Tampa would be forced to inbound. Tampa not guarding the inbounds pass, but guarding the pass in.
Friedrichsen will take it in a hurry.
Pat Bacon fouls as the Spartans have a couple fouls to give.
Yeah.
But the good thing there is they're not trying to get him into shooting. They're just saying you got to restart the offense and you lost 3 seconds.
Right. And now that was the 5th team foul, so they again have another foul to give. Just don't foul him in the act of shooting.
And I don't know if he did. He fouled him, but is it an act? Yeah, they called two.
It is. But the good thing was the shot didn't go, so it's still the most points they get out of this one is 2 points. As long as you seal out. Block out and get the rebound.
Friedrichsen to the line. He is 3 of 4 from the line today. First one, and it's a 3-point game. Imperative the Spartans inbound this basketball and secure it.
That ties his season high that he had with Eckert. You can see they're taking Sawyer-Glick out, the shooter, and bringing in Carey, 6'6", with a lot of length and athleticism to try to steal the ball at the defensive end, maybe even fouling, potentially, unless they can get the steal.
Knocks them both down. 2-point game. 16 and a half seconds to go.
And they put Tomic up at the table so that they could stop play so the player could come in and they could set up their defense. So without a use of a timeout, they still stop play, and Tampa with the ball.
Inbound to Bacon. How does he get away? He does. They get to the front court, and finally Moya has to foul. How did all that happen? I thought I was watching World Cup skiing there, going through the flags.
Well, it looked like a double dribble to a lot of people, including much of the Barry bench. Bacon lost the ball, came up. I think you can get the ball back, but then he dribbled again. So maybe they thought that the ball had been tipped. Mm-hmm. In any case, big free throws again right here.
First one is good.
Well, this is what you do when you're a kid growing up. You stand at your driveway and you shoot and you say the game on the line. Got to make the free throws, and this is right where Freddie Ibrahim is.
Freddie now into double digits. The lead is 3, 10 seconds to go. The lead is 4 with 10 seconds to go.
That's big. That's big. And a timeout by Richard Schmidt here. Wants to make sure that his team knows, do not stop the clock.
Some rules here, boys.
Do not foul the three-point shooter. So, it looks like the Spartans might stun the 11th ranked team in the nation here. A team that is coming off a win over Rollins that knocked Rollins out of the top spot in the Sunshine State Conference.
Coming out of the timeout, it'll be Robinson, Ibrahim, Shelton, Biffle, and Bacon.
Yeah, 5 players in double figures.
They bring out Cooper Glick, Sawyer Glick, Mortensen, Tomic, and Friedrichsen. Spartans will pick up players, not guarding the inbound, but picking up players. Friedrichsen dashes up the court, wasting some time. Let him shoot, Freddie. Oh, my goodness.
And Richard Schmidt says, I can't believe it. We just told you, don't do that. Don't foul.
You really didn't need to jump on that.
And he jumped at him. And, again, the experience there of Friedrichsen.
I mean, if he knocks that down, he's shooting this to tie the game.
Exactly. Exactly.
And if he hits these 3, it's 1 point.
With 4.9 to go, all it takes is a steal and a basket at the buzzer, and you're beat. So, again, you don't want the clock to stop.
Talking to Pat Bacon talking to Tomic, I think, about something. The referee is 2 shots still to come for Friedrichsen. The lead is 3. Now 2. 5 seconds to go. Carey in for Sawyer. No, he comes in for Tomic.
28 for Friedrichsen now. Again, new season high.
Again, imperative the Spartans get the inbounds and hold on to it.
And the rebound if it's a miss right here.
2-point game. Hits them all. He has hit 6 in a row.
And again, here comes the player, allowing them to have time to set up the defense. If they don't get the steal, they'll foul immediately.
Shelton to inbound.
Tampa has to have a plan here to get the ball in.
Looking, finds Biffle. They try to get him from behind. Now he's fouled as Moya dives after him. Moya tried to foul him as soon as he caught it.
and did not, and really that cost them because about 2 seconds went off the clock, and it's only 2.8. So at this point, the Spartans, certainly if he makes both free throws, they win the game. But even if he happens to miss, they've only got 2.8 to get down. You need to make at least one so that you don't get beat on a long three. Biffle wants to make them both. He wants to make them both.
Halfway there. 89-87 Tampa. Do not foul. Knocked them both. Boy, Mekhi Biffle every bit as tough as Friedrichsen at the other end, shooting free throws in clutch time.
90-87.
All right, you've got to make them inbound it and have the passer or have the person getting the pass coming back to the ball, not running away from the ball so that he has to turn and pretty much uses 2 seconds just to turn around.
Now, we've seen Friedrichsen start out at center court, run into the back court, and be curving around.
That's fine.
Coming up fast. And so I think what you're going to have, unless there's a long, long pass, it's going to be Friedrichsen dribbling across half court and launching a three-point shot.
But you want him coming toward the shooter at the other end of the court so that his momentum is away from his basket. If he catches it going toward the basket, he's got about 33 feet.
Well, if you're Barry, you're feeling just fortunate that you have a chance to tie. And it would take some miraculous play here, but you still have that chance.
Spartans led by 6 at half, 37-31.
And don't foul a three-point shooter here.
They're going to have to put up a long shot, so do not foul him. Friedrichsen tries to go the other way. Tipped, back, outside. Glick at the buzzer. Hits it. We're going to overtime.
That was the most amazing play, perfectly executed. Give Barry all the credit in the world. That couldn't have been executed any better.
90-90. We are going to overtime. Wow.
And this place is abuzz because you've just seen the Barry Buccaneers do the improbable. Not the impossible, but the improbable.
The perfectly thrown inbounds pass just over the outstretched arms of Freddie Ibrahim, and then Sawyer Glick coming off from the side.
And the guy who catches the ball doesn't go for the two, obviously, because they're down. They need a three, and he goes right to Sawyer Glick at the top. That play had been designed and set up, and it was executed perfectly. And Sawyer Glick has 20 points, 18 of those coming midway second half and later.
This is scary now because all the momentum has shifted.
Yeah, I said earlier I didn't want an extra minute. There's an extra 5 on the clock right now.
Yeah.
And it's 90-90, and yes, they are going to get their scoring average.
Which we said if
it would be overtime.
It took overtime.
I think I said that when they were in 68 or 70 or something. My God.
Yes. The Spartans stayed, everybody was exchanging baskets for the longest time. Nobody was stopping anybody.
Well, and now Tampa has to try to regroup. The body language is just horrible right now. All the energy is on the Barry bench right now. Those players can't wait to get out here and play this overtime. The Spartans right now have to suck it up. This is a big character test for this men's basketball team.
A huge shot by Glick. He was about 5 feet behind the line and fading away.
And he had every big three-point shot he took in that second half. He really did make some huge shots. He's 5 of 7 from downtown. I think the last 5 shots he took from beyond the arc. And some of those were just deep as can be. I love great basketball and I love great execution, and that was perfection. Cool to see, unless you're a Spartans fan.
Yeah.
If you're a Barry fan, you are not believing that you got to overtime right now, are you?
Duke Shelton gets the tip to Pat Bacon.
Time to regroup. Right. You're starting over.
Let's go. 5 minutes on the clock. Spartans with the ball. 90-90. Who would have figured this out?
Boy, now it's really, really hard to get back into just your regular game.
Marcel Robinson, I think it's a charge. It is.
Marcel's third foul. Again, so hard because you've been in kind of survive mode, making sure that you have the basketball and just, hey, we're going to have to make free throws. They're going to foul us. You're protecting from the double team and the trap. Now you got to run your offense and stuff. And that didn't look like we were in.
I'm going to have to take back what I said. A free throw dagger gave him a 10-point lead. with about 2 minutes to go.
They were up 9. It was 9 with 1:53, I believe, to play. Pat Bacon hit that free throw.
10 on the shot clock. Cooper Glick looking, elbow, inside, off the glass, tipped to Sawyer. They regroup with a new shot clock. Fredrickson down the lane, off the glass, rolls it away and rebounded by Shelton.
You having fun, Jack?
Oh, Bacon. Bacon has the ball. 13 on the shot clock. Biffle drives the lane, finds Robinson, lays it off the glass and in.
A nice find by Biffle. Robinson cutting back door, gets it and lays it up. Robinson, by the way, playing with some gauze stuck up his nose. He's got a blood issue there, but it's not creating any issue. He's staying in the game.
Inside, nice block by Shelton, recovered by Mortensen. Long three, Fredrickson, and he rattles at home. And the first time in a long time, Barry has taken the lead.
32 points for Fredrickson. Approaching his career high now.
Zone defense, 93-92 Barry. Bacon up top, launches it, stolen. Robinson saves it again, though, for the Spartans.
Good heads-up play by Marcel. That pass was just not well advised. It was an ill-advised pass. If
it was an alley-oop, they didn't alley enough.
Yeah, not enough oop.
Robinson looking at a three from the corner, off the rim.
Again, Mortensen playing so big down at this end, 6'8". Got a nice athletic body, gets up there, can jump. Made a good defensive play a moment ago, and then now a nice defensive rebound.
10 rebounds for Mortensen. Bouncing it inside. Dolvin off the glass. He laid it too high, but Glick misses. Tipped back out. Fredrickson gets it. So far, the rebounds have gone Barry's way in this overtime. Fredrickson drives, fouled on the way in. 93-92 Barry by a point. 2:05 left in overtime. Fredrickson to shoot. He has 32 points.
Second double-double of the season, by the way, for Mortensen. He had a 22-point, 11-rebound game against Palm Beach Atlantic.
Fredrickson has just been money from the line, 33 points. I believe he's hit his last 7.
Well, the Tampa crowd is certainly very quiet right now.
Knocks it down, and this may be the biggest lead they've had.
It equals, I think.
Since 12 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, they were up 3 at that time. 2 minutes to go, 1-possession game. Tampa's still in this thing. Just got to kind of bounce back best you can.
Big possession here, though, because the clock will run way down. Pass to Shelton. Biffle, a 3 on the way. He is big tonight. It's a tie game. Mackay Biffle knocking it down. 24 points for Biffle.
Yeah, new career high on that shot right there. He had 22 last year.
Spartans need to stop here. Dolvin up high, finds Fredrickson. Bacon stops him from driving. He's going to pull up from deep. No good. Rebound, Mackay Biffle went skying for that one.
Well, now the Spartans have a little pep in their step.
1:10 left in overtime. Tied 95. Each team with 5 points in overtime. Bacon with the ball. Guarded by Deck. Dolvin. Good D. Bacon's going to drive the lane again. Finds Biffle. 5 on the shot clock. Biffle shoots off the glass. Hits the clock above the backboard and goes out of bounds. Shot clock was running down.
Folks, if you're not enjoying this, you are not a college basketball fan.
Well, Barry has made its average. Outside, Deck finds Glick, finds Friedrichsen. Driving the lane, off the glass and in.
He's so good. Spartans need to answer here.
2-point game, 35 seconds to go. Biffle to the side. Bacon at the top. Ibrahim. 15 on the shot clock.
Not much people movement right now.
10 on the shot clock. Bacon off the rim, no good. Tipped up and in.
Ibrahim.
We're tied with 15. Barry will get the last shot.
And they're going to just run it. They're not going to call timeout.
7. 5 seconds to go. Friedrichsen launching a way deep three off the rim. We're going to do another one.
Double OT in Tampa.
Man, oh man. Big play, Freddie Ibrahim to get a rebound on the weak side, put it back in, and that sent this one to overtime. Friedrichsen, deep three off the rim.
Again, his career high 37. He had 36, so that was for a career high and an overtime win in Tampa and a great comeback win. We have had some fun here today in Tampa.
Wow.
We're going to have both teams score 100 in this game and double overtime in Tampa. Unbelievable. Barry, 6-1 on the year, 3-0, tied for first in the conference coming into the day. Tampa 4-4 overall, just 1-3 in conference play. But again, having a situation here where they beat Lynn 72-65, most recent game. Pat Bacon scored 25 in that game. And now we head to a second overtime period. And so many personal bests. And, you know, you just give both teams a ton of credit here. I mean, really, Tampa could easily have gone and just shut it down in that overtime period. Barry has come back. It looks for all the world like they're going to just steamroll on through the overtime win. But Mekhi Biffle, Pat Bacon, and company, they just keep hanging in. And I want to say it now before I forget and we run out of time. A guy who had a big impact in this game and hasn't played much lately is Marajan.
Yes.
Again, he was so big, that 7'1" length. It doesn't, at this moment, Richard Schmidt doesn't want him on the floor. He's not going with the Twin Tower look. Mekhi Biffle is in that lineup, and he's making his presence felt big time with 24 points, a new career high. So, bottom line, though, Marajan was huge in helping Tampa get that lead, even though he ends up with maybe just 2 points and 4 rebounds and a couple of assists. But his length really caused Barry some problems.
Made a couple steals, redirected some shots.
Yeah, a lot of arms in the passing lane, deflecting balls. So here we go again, huh?
Shelton and Mortensen to jump. Freddie Ibrahim with 4 fouls for Tampa. Tomic with 4 for Barry. Spartans have Robinson, Shelton, Mekhi Biffle, Ibrahim, Bacon. Friedrichsen. And the tip goes to nobody. We'll jump it again. Cooper, Glick, Dolvin, Mortensen. I'm assuming that Sawyer Glick's out there somewhere. And again, an awkward jump ends up into the hands of Friedrichsen. That is Sawyer Glick. Mortensen. You got to come out and guard him, even though he's 6'8". Friedrichsen. There's Mortensen for 3. Off the rim, rebounded by Robinson. Spartans with a chance to take the lead. Bacon with the ball. Ibrahim out top. Bacon. Biffle wide open. On the way. Oh, ripped down by Ibrahim, and a foul is going to be called on Glick for the push.
Yeah, that's a good call. Freddie went up high to get the rebound over Glick, and then Glick kind of bodied him out of the way, bodied him out of bounds, so it'll just be out of bounds. Or check that. Free throws coming here.
Yep, 2 free throws.
2 free throws coming up for Freddie Ibrahim, who actually came up big. Now, we talked a couple times about him fouling a three-point shooter at the other end, but he hit some big free throws, and he also got the big putback at the end of overtime that helps them get to the second overtime.
Hit it. Twice the Spartans have fouled a three-point shooter, right?
Yeah.
First free throw good. Freddie has been money from the line.
Yeah, 8 for 8 now tonight.
Spartans 99, Barry 97. Barry with the ball. Friedrichsen looks. Taken away. Stolen by Biffle. Biffle behind the back. And will pull it out and set it up.
I think Duke Shelton might have got a hand on that again. I wasn't sure. There were 2 or 3 Spartans that stuck a hand in there. I think Duke was the one that knocked it away.
Biffle off a pick. Drives the lane. Kicks it out to Bacon. They're going to just run some clock here for a second and set it up.
Spartans have 32 free throw attempts, 16 for Barry. Twice as many free throw attempts in this game.
5 on the shot clock. Bacon needs to shoot. Ibrahim knocked down, shooting near the end of the shot clock. Friedrichsen kicks it out to Cooper Glick. Looking for his brother. Mortensen still looking, finds Friedrichsen. Top of the key. Going to drive on Shelton. A lot of steps off the glass, no good. Foul, though, on Shelton.
Just his first foul. So that's good news from a Tampa side of things.
Relatively speaking, not a lot of fouls. 21 on Barry. That is 16 now on Tampa. Considering last week we had 62 fouls called. Friedrichsen, 10 of 11 from the line today. And make it 11 of 12, 99-98.
And 37 points now for Friedrichsen.
For a new career high, and he has just been money from the line. We're tied 99.
Yeah, you're right. 12 out of 13 from the line. The rest of the team just 4 or 5. I mean, nobody else going to the line. Of course, that comes from the ball being in his hand and him driving to the basket all the time. Did you think about a half hour ago we'd see 99-99 on the scoreboard?
No. I didn't even think one team would have 99.
Right.
12 on the shot clock. Deep in the corner. 7 on the shot clock. Spartans need to start an offense. Bacon in the lane. Up and in. 101-99. Clutch shot by Bacon. His 18th of the night. Friedrichsen kicks it out. Cooper Glick back out to Friedrichsen. Finally launches it and hits it. 102-101.
41 for
Freddie Ibrahim in his face too.
Friedrichsen with 41. What a game.
Spartans now down. Bacon up top. 15 on the shot clock. 2:18 in the game, or the second overtime, I should say. Under 10 on the shot clock. Biffle looks to drive, pops inside the arc, and knocks it down.
Unbelievable game here in Tampa.
Biffle coming of age in this game.
Career highs all over the place today.
Yeah.
26 for Biffle.
Spartans back on top. 2 minutes to go in the second overtime. Glick, that's Sawyer up top. Looking to go down the lane, nowhere to go. Finds Friedrichsen. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Now just 10 right now. Trying to drive on Robinson. Back out to Sawyer Glick. A long 3 on the way, and he hits it!
What a shooter.
Lucky they didn't call the foul on that one.
I love watching shooters at any level, and he just...
That's a lot like the one that sent it into overtime, fading away from fairly deep.
He's 6 of 8 from downtown. Friedrichsen's 5 of 9. Those two guys are killing the Spartans.
Marcel Robinson back to Biffle. Bacon, top of the key. Biffle. 1:10 to go. Second overtime. And a steal. Stolen by Mortensen.
A weak entry pass by Ibrahim right there. Didn't have any zip on it. Allowed the defense to come and make the steal. A minute to go. 20 on the shot clock. They're content to let it run down some. Spartans need a stop. The Bucks want to score and make it a 2-possession game. If they score here, that might be it. Spartans 10 on the shot clock. Have not answered quickly. Looking to go inside. They find Sawyer Glick. A runner off the rim. No good. Rebound to Mortensen, though. That one hung on the rim long enough where the Spartan jumpers went up but couldn't do anything about it. Spartans needing to stop again, though. There's a 7-second difference, game clock and shot clock, so they have to get the stop, get the rebound, and score in a hurry at the other end. 10 now on the shot clock, 18 game clock. Friedrichsen
Stuck in the corner, bounces it out. Mortensen for three from deep. No good. Rebound though, Friedrichsen with 8 seconds to go, and the Spartans have to foul.
Well, again, the long rebounds. We talked about it earlier in the game. 3-point shooters make long rebounds. And there again, the Spartans were maybe sealing down pretty well down inside, but the long rebound. 2 offensive rebounds here in the final 20 seconds or so. And that's...
Abraham with the foul. He fouls out with 6.6 to go in the second overtime. Friedrichsen's been lights out from the line. Your only hope is that he misses one of these.
Ibrahim fouls out with 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists.
And he hits it. He hasn't missed. He missed one early in the game. I think he's made about 10 in a row, if not more. This is for the game.
He has 42 points. If he hits 43, they win.
He hits it. 4-point lead, 6.5 seconds to go. Barry on top. This is the biggest lead Barry has had the whole game.
Wow. Wow. That's all you can say about a double overtime game that is.
Sawyer Glick fading away at the buzzer in the end of regulation hits a 3 to tie it and send it into overtime.
And the thing was, the ball was inbounded underneath the Tampa basket.
There were 2.8 seconds to go.
And they threw the length of the court pass.
They kind of did a Christian Leitner type pass to the player at the free throw line, but they needed
a 3.
Yeah, but they got it inside the free throw line, and Glick came charging from the right wing, got the pass, and faded away going left.
From the top of the key and deep. And it was a thing of beauty. He had really struggled, and I talked about it at one point. If he hits one shot, it's going to get the lid off that basket. He'd had only 2 points, I want to say midway through the second half.
Yeah.
And now, Glick has 23. And Friedrichsen with 43. Mortensen with 11 points, 11 rebounds. Those 3 guys have been the difference.
The Spartans need to make a 3. Now there's time to get it in good position.
They also want to have somebody foul them when they shoot that 3. And I don't know that you're going to get that to happen at this point. I'm sure the Butch Estes has told his team, do not foul them, even if they're shooting a 3, because that's the only way they can get it to overtime, to a third overtime.
So take the basket. If you can get just a layup, take it, and see if you can turn it over on the inbound.
Get a steal to Bacon.
Here comes Bacon. Drive the lane then. Now he's going to launch a 3. Airballed it. 1 second to go, and Barry will inbound. And that should wrap it up.
Spartans will let the ball just be inbounded. They realize it's over.
A huge win for Barry. A tough loss for the Spartans. And there it is. Barry comes back from a 6-point halftime deficit, a 14-point deficit, a 15-point deficit, I should say, with 15:30 to go in the second half, and even about a 10-point game with under 5.
9-point lead with 1:53 left after Pat Bacon had hit the free throw. The Spartans seemed to be in good position to win it, and then they just didn't. As give Barry credit, they hit shots. Tampa couldn't stop them at the defensive end. They just kept scoring. They were knocking down 3-point shots. They end up with 17 made 3-pointers. Now, that's not the school record. I can tell you that they tied the record for Barry with making 22 threes in their season opener when they scored 121 in that 121-65 win over St. Thomas.
Wow.
So what we just saw is not unusual. No. The fact is, it just took them a little longer to get that many 3-pointers down.
They got their average. And some.
And then some.
Quick recap of the scoring. Shelton with 16. Ibrahim with
15.
Yep. Robinson 24. Bacon with 18. Marajan 2. Biffle 26. Gamble with 2. On the other side, Friedrichsen a career-high 43. Glick somehow found his way to 23 points. Turner with 2. Mortensen 11. Deck with 7. Moya with 3. Carey with 2. Cooper Glick with 5. Tomic with 5. And Dolvin with 6. Barry wins at 107-103. Spartans fall to 1-4 in conference play, 4-5 overall. Barry 7-1, 4-0 in conference play and will keep pace with Nova Southeastern, and they're probably playing right now as well. So the Spartans are off. They're heading for Hawaii at the end of the week, and we'll be playing 2 games in Honolulu in a tournament out there. We wish them well.
Yeah, we won't see them again here on TampaSpartans.tv for a little while. It'll be the January 6th game when Palm Beach Atlantic comes into town. So that's the next time we'll see them here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. And boy, this one will be tough. It would have been great to have a win over 11th ranked Barry as you head to Honolulu. As it turns out, it's going to be a long flight. And
well, at least it's not till Friday.
Yeah, and there's finals in front of that.
They'll be distracted.
What a crummy way to start finals week. That's all the Spartans are going to say
no doubt about that.
But again, I'm just saying, great basketball game. From a fan's perspective, if you didn't enjoy that, then like I said before, I don't think you're a big fan.
Yeah.
This was great basketball. Both teams really playing hard, doing all kinds of things. Execution wasn't always perfect. There were some mental lapses that I think cost Tampa again today. But in the end, give Barry a ton of credit. They win at 107-103, and they do it in double overtime in dramatic fashion.
All right, that'll wrap it up here. 107-103, the final. Barry a winner. For Scott Lynn, this is Jack Ike saying thanks for joining us. And as far as Spartan men's basketball goes, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody. We'll see you after the first of the year.